Toluca Lake is part of the backdrop of nearly every Silent Hill game. Most of them feature the lake in some way. Many of them involve the lake directly. Toluca Lake is an important part of the town and its history, and the symbolism involved with lakes and water make its inclusion in the story very interesting. The name Toluca comes from the word Tolocan, a Nahuatl word meaning place of the god Tolo. It's the name of a city in Mexico, and there's a lake in California named Toluca Lake. The origins of the word relates to the origins of the town in-game. It's said that Silent Hill was a special place, the home of silent spirits where ancient gods resided. Just so, the name Toluca implies that the lake is the home of a god. Toluca Lake in California is 6 acres across. Derwentwater, a lake in England which was the inspiration for the most famous photo of Toluca Lake, is 3 miles by 1 mile and 72 feet deep. Toluca Lake in Silent Hill, however, is much bigger. There's a highway that circles round the entire lake. It splits the town of Silent Hill in half. In fact, the lake is large enough to require a lighthouse, which is not typical of most lakes. In the United States, the only lakes I've found that require lighthouses are the Great Lakes, the largest series of lakes in the world. This implies that Toluca is in fact one of the world's largest lakes, and may even place the town of Silent Hill closer to Michigan than Virginia or Maine. There are a lot of interesting things on and near the lake. There's the water prison, which appears to be an old defunct water treatment plant. There are laws that require lakes to have a certain level of sanitation if the public is going to swim in them. With Silent Hill being a resort town, it's no surprise this would be a concern. But this plant is long abandoned and has been turned into a torture chamber for children. It's a holdover from another time, when the town was really an active tourist town, whereas now it's begun to decay and fall into disrepair. There's a graveyard right on the lakeside, as seen in Silent Hill 2. It's an old place. It's likely the water didn't used to be so close, but time and erosion have damaged the land. I've seen it happen in small-town graveyards before, with the graves slowly sinking into swamp or lake water. This short scene and location associates the lake and the water with these dead bodies, not to mention the other bodies we know are there. Nearly 70 people are resting in the lake. From the bodies mentioned on the Plague Monument, to the people on the Little Baroness, to those who've drowned in the lake over the years, there are a lot of people sleeping at the bottom of Toluca Lake. Traditionally, lakes have a very genial symbolism. They are typically peaceful. Unlike the ever-rolling waves of the ocean, lakes sit still. They're seen as nature's mirrors, the likely first place a human ever saw their reflection. They have a lot to do with mirror symbolism, with the idea of seeing yourself in something else. Because of that ability, lakes are often associated with liminal places, the border between worlds. They are often the homes of otherworldly spirits. They represent the secret, the hidden, the unknown, because we can't see what's underneath that dark surface. There's a duality to the lake. It seems peaceful and serene, but we don't know what's waiting under that deceptive surface about to strike. That certainly ties into its meaning in Silent Hill 2. The lake represents death in this game. The in-water ending has James killing himself by driving into the lake, and because of that, the game associates the lake with death throughout the story. From the monument that tells us more than 60 people are in the lake, to the swamp monument that mentions the executioners washed their tools in lake water, to the graveyard sinking into the shoreline. Whenever we see the lake, we see or hear of something related to death. The ending, which involves resurrecting Mary, is on the lake too. The island. There's something to be said for the fact that this place of power is in the water and not on the mainland. In fact, There's a lot of power in Silent Hill associated with the water. The plants used to make the town's drugs and the Aglaophotis are white plants said to grow only on the water's edge. Is there possibly something in the lake that makes these flowers different? Is the source of the town's magic possibly the water, not the town itself? Given that lakes are symbolically associated with doors to other worlds, places of power and magic, it makes sense. In that context, Silent Hill is built right on the doorstep of an enormous door to the other world. The Resurrection Island is on top of that door, possibly explaining why the island allows for the dead to be returned to life. There's also something to be said for the fact that the power in the town has a lot in common with lake symbolism. Silent Hill reflects what is in a person's mind, their memories, but it's a twisted, darker reflection. Like a lake's surface, moving and uneven, reflecting a person's distorted face back at them. The town's power to reflect is rooted in the symbolism of a lake as a place of reflection, power, and hidden secrets. Toluca Lake is often an obstacle in the games. In Silent Hill 2, James has to find a way to cross the lake to reach the hotel. In 3, Heather has a similar task in order to get to the church. In 4, the lake acts as part of the imprisoning aspect of the water prison, trapping the children on this small island of torment in the middle of the lake. We once again see the lake in the background of various scenes while exploring near the Wish House, but we never cross it or walk too close. In this game, the lake acts as a reminder of how trapped the player is, just as the lake once kept Walter trapped in the water prison. In Homecoming, the lake is crossed once again, and the protagonist and company are attacked and kidnapped while on it. The lake is where Joshua died. Nothing good ever happens on Toluca Lake. Downpour has similar problems with water. Murphy's story revolves around a crime he committed in the showers of the prison, and water is associated with his guilt and actions. From the bus crashing into the lake at the beginning to the boat that Murphy tries to escape on, the lake acts as a constant obstacle and reminder of his crimes. Water is transformative. It takes the shape of what is around it and has no definition of its own. It can be solid, liquid, gas. It can be peaceful and calm or raging in a storm. The ability of water to change, to reflect what is around it, has long been seen as potently magical. Toluca Lake is even more transformative and powerful than the myths. It reflects the heart of visitors, it ensnares them, and in some endings of the game, the protagonists are transformed by these experiences. Silent Hill is a place defined by water, by Toluca Lake, and the power that hides beneath the seemingly placid surface.